My piece is not memorized, but not because I didn't want to, but because I was a little busy over the weekend. I just became an auntie for the second time, so.
That's an auntie.
Thank you. All right then. Okay. Do you guys listen to Erykah Badu? Yeah. You know that song called Love? You ever heard it? On her, I think it's America's Part 2. Anyways, the intro goes something like this. Our emotions have a vibratory frequency to them. There are only two emotions that humankind experience, fear and love. All other emotions branch either directly or indirectly from these two emotions. And I'll leave you with that. This poem is called Best Friends. I'm on Michigan Avenue, sitting on the steps which lead to the Chicago Art Institute. There is a lovely young lady playing her violin, and with each string that she strokes with her bow, I feel as if she's revealing my heart's hymn. Her music speaks of truths and broken hearts, happy times and lovers' quarrels, summer warmth and the cold wind. As the wind plays with my hair and the sun kisses my skin, my thoughts lead to a tale I once heard about this boy and a girl. They knew each other since her birth, best friends from the beginning, chosen by one another for life. He attended her wedding and she danced at his. They saw each other through the heartaches prior to then, all the difficulties of their marriages. Even their kids grew up to be best friends, played together on the street, sat side by side in grades 2 and 3. And when she got sick, he went to her and stayed by her side, despite the raised eyebrows of her husband and his wife. One day, close to her end, he was sitting beside her and holding her hand. She opened her eyes and asked, "Why do you remain here by my side?" He raised her hand to his lips as a tear rolled down his cheek. She waited for him to speak. When he gathered enough courage to talk, he raised his eyes to meet her puzzled gaze and said, "I've loved you my entire life. You are my best friend. Here you lie, fighting for your life as I sit helpless with one huge regret." He paused there while she caught her breath and his tears fell. He spoke again, much softer this time, and said, "My whole life, I longed for you to be mine. I was too scared to tell you how I feel, and now that you're here, I think of how different both of our lives may have been if I had just told you that from the very beginning." She too was crying now, trying hard to catch her breath, for the words he just spoke touched her to her core. They sat in silence for a while, looking into each other's eyes. When she finally spoke, her voice was clear. "I too have also loved you from the very beginning. My whole life I longed to be with you, but I was too scared to speak my truth. My time is running out, and we can't go back to change anything. So instead of regretting the time we didn't spend, let's enjoy it right now. When I leave this place and our kids are of age, I want you to sit them down and tell them the story, so that they don't repeat our mistakes." He nodded his head, for he couldn't speak. He couldn't believe that he spoke his truth at the age of 43. Almost half of his life passed in fear, and now it's too late, because his best friend is leaving. As they stayed in her final moments, before she closed her eyes, he whispered, "I love you," in her ear over 1,000 times. And as her breathing got shallower, his voice became louder. She opened her eyes one last time, said "I love you," and let out her final sigh. Thank you.